A pleasant day to all of you. We are delighted to see you here dedicating your time to join and witness today's event.
I couldn't say more on how we appreciate all of your presence. The long wait is over, and I'm certain that everyone is very excited to start this talk.
Absolutely, partner. Pero bitinin muna natin sila. Before anything else, we would like to give a few reminders to the audience during the event. Only the hosts and those listed in the program should speak. We encourage everyone in the university hall to lower their voice when talking.
For those in the Zoom meeting, kindly mute their microphones to ensure that background noises are kept to a minimum.
Feel free to note any concern or query that you have in mind. You can ask those questions at the question and answer portion after the discussion proper.
For those in the Zoom meeting and YouTube Live, chatting unnecessary messages in the chat box is strictly prohibited.
Kindly be in order when you participate in the opening and closing prayers.
After the closing prayer, please remain logged in for some reminders.
Wait for closing pleasantries and the signal from host before leaving or logging off from the event.
Be informed that the entire event will be recorded.
Be informed that the entire event will be recorded. And keep in mind that this endeavor is for the glory of our Almighty God.
To formally begin our program, let's all stand for the opening prayer to be led by Brother Jeff Emil Alvarez.
Mananalangin po tayo. Panginoon po naming Diyos, banal at makapangyarihan sa lahat, nagpapasalamat po kami ng marami sa iyo, sa buhay at lakas na tinataglay po namin. At sa umagang ito, isasagawa po ang isang aktibidad sa pamantasan na nasasaksihan po ng maraming mga mag-aaral. Hinihiling po namin sa iyo, Ama, bigyan mo po kami ng kapayapaan, ng pagtatagumpay ang ganitong mga aktibidad, ang mga gagamitin mo pong mga kasangkapan upang magpahayag ng mga karunungang aming kailangan. Gabayan mo po sila't patnubayan para sa maraming mga mag-aaral na sumasaksi sa aktibidad na ito. Panginoong Hesukristo, lumalapit kami sa iyo. Ipamagitan mo po kami sa ating Ama. Tanggapin po namin ang aming mga panalangin sa lalo pang ikasisigla ng aming paglilingkod at sa pagtatagumpay ng pag-aaral ng mga sumasaksi sa aktibidad na ito. Ama, buo po ang aming pananampalataya. Pinakinggan mo po ang aming panalangin. Higit sa amin, patuloy pong iingatan ang aming tagapamahalang pangkalahatan. Patuloy mo po silang patnubayan sa aming mga paglilingkod. Hinihiling po namin ang lahat sa pangalan po ng aming Panginoong Hesukristo. Amen.
Recording in progress.
Maraming salamat po, Brother Jeff, for the prayer to start of this event. Everyone may now take your seats as you listen and learn from our resource speaker. Before anything else, let us introduce ourselves. I am Tristan Y. Duag.
And I'm Stanley. We are your hosts for this first of the lecture activities in this year's Mental Health Awareness Month, Caring Conversations,
A guide for non-effective.
Communication with Peers and Family.
Alam mo, partner, ano kaya yung magandang topic dito, no? Ikaw, ano yung mga na-experience mo yung past years tulad ng mga pandemic?
Nung pandemic, nahirapan talaga ako kasi online class eh. Pero dahil sa pakikipag-usap ko sa friends and family ko, mas nabigyan ko
Tama.
ng halaga yung pag-aaral ko at higit sa lahat nagkaroon ako ng
Conversation
yes,
sa
and
family.
pagka-komportable.
Yes, and alam mo, partner, super related itong pinag-uusapan natin ngayon sa topic na i-discuss ng ating speaker. If conversations can help us in small things, sa mga mas seryosong bagay pa kaya?
Naku, lalo tuloy ako na excited makinig, partner.
I won't keep you waiting, partner, and especially our audiences. Sa Zoom meeting po and YouTube Live, can you raise up and uh, thumbs up po if you are ready na po?
Ayan, mukhang ready na talaga sila. Okay, our resource speaker for today is the Minister of the Gospel. He's a graduate of BS Counseling 1998, currently taking Masters in Education and Guidance Counseling. He is also the Guidance Counselor for Senior High School.
Okay, let us all give a round of applause to Brother Cesar O. Amandi.
Thank you very much po. Before I proceed with my topic this morning po, I would like to say thank you to the organizer of this program, this year's Mental Health Awareness Organizing Body, okay? Yung SOC, okay? Peer Facilitators Club, na lagi kaming nakakahingi ng pabor sa kanila. Good morning po, maging sa mga nasa branches na ngayon ay nanonood sa YT. Okay? As you can see po sa visual natin, it's all about communication, a guide to an effective communication for good human relation. So we will discuss about the communication. So what is communication? Next slide po. Communication is simply the act of transferring information from one place, person, or group to another. We must remember that every communication involves at least one sender, and that is the source, a message, and of course, a recipient, and that is the receiver. You may say that it could be very simple. Yes, it is. This may sound simple, but communication is actually a very complex and broad subject. The transmission of the message from sender to recipient is not that easy as what you think, because it can be affected by huge range of things. And this includes our emotion, the cultural situation, and the medium used to communicate, and even our location. The word communication comes from Latin word communis, which means working as one or common. Therefore, when you attempt to communicate, you are trying to establish commonness. English term po yun, ano? Kanina ay Latin term, communis. Pero ang English term ay commonness. Okay? With another individual, with a group. In doing so, you are basically trying to share. So, ang communication, in a simple term, sharing. Next slide po. Defining communication. What is communication? Defined by a dictionary. Communication, it is a noun, the imparting or exchanging of information by speaking, writing, or using some other medium. The successful conveying or sharing of ideas and feelings. That is from the Oxford English Dictionary. Next slide po. A communication, therefore, has three parts. Remember, there are three parts of communication. First is the sender, second one is the message, and the third one is the recipient. The sender encodes the message, usually in a mixture of words and nonverbal communication. It is transmitted in some way, for example, in speech or writing, and the recipient decodes it. Of course, there may be more than one recipient, just like ours today, you know. Meron sa dito, face-to-face, nakaharap namin. At meron din na nasa YT. I being the sender of the message and you, students, being the receiver. The complexity of communication, as what I have mentioned before, means that each one of you may receive a slightly different message. Why is so? Because two people may read very different things into the choice of words or body language or even an image. For example, next slide po. Ayan. So, what do you see in the image? Pwede magbang tanong. Sige nga, ano ang nakikita nyo sa na image? Some will say, okay, a vase. Nakita nyo bang vase? Okay, sino nakakita ng vase? Pakitaas ng kamay. Ayan, yun mga unang nakita yung vase. Okay, the one in the center. Or others might say, there are two images of men facing together. O sino nakakita naman na ganon? Two faces. O nakita rin. Okay, pareho din, ano? O, as I said, it is also possible that neither of them, you as the receiver, will have quite the same understanding as the sender. What if I say the image is an elephant? Diba? Ako as a sender, kaya ko pinakita yan kasi elephant yan. So iba yung aking interpretation. Okay? Will you all agree pag sinabi ko bang elephant yan? Ayan, may kanya-kanya tayong interpretation. Okay? As I said, that is the complexity of communication. Each one of us may have different interpretation of the message, which is why we must have the skill to communicate effectively to others. Next slide po. Let's go on to the categories of communication. There are wide range of ways in which we communicate, and more than one may be occurring at any given time. The different categories of communication include, number one, the spoken or verbal communication, which include face-to-face. That's what we are doing right now, di ba? Face-to-face tayo, in person, telephone, radio or television or other media. Number two is non-verbal communication, covering body language, okay, gestures, how we dress or how we act, where we stand, and even our scent, okay, can communicate. There are many subtle ways that we communicate, perhaps even unintentionally, with others. For example, the tone of voice can give clues to mood or emotional state, while hand gestures or signals can add to spoken messages. So mas magiging clear ang message kung hindi lamang verbal. Pwede ring samahan siya ng non-verbal communication. Another one is written communication, which include letters, emails, social media posts, books, magazine, and other printed materials. And the last one is visualization, visual. Okay, graphs and charts, maps, logos, and other visualization can all communicate messages. Here in our school premise, you might probably notice that there are many visual symbols all over the school. Okay? For example, saan nyo nakikita yung watch your steps? Ayun, sa stairs. Okay, nasa stairs yan. Halos sa bawat pagpunta natin sa stairs. Okay? Meron din tayong nakikitang signal na pin your ID at all time. Okay? Even arrow sign at the floor. Okay? Giving instruction silently whether you are going up or going down. Okay? Next slide po. Remember word communis, yung Latin word, meaning commonness. That is the goal of effective communication. Having the same understanding of the message. Next slide po. The communication process. Let's go on to the communication process. A message or communication is sent by the sender through communication channel to a receiver or to multiple receiver. The sender must encode the message. Have you seen the icon? Okay, the sender must encode the message, the information being conveyed, into a form that is appropriate to the communication channel. And the receivers then decodes the message to understand its meaning and significance. Misunderstanding can occur at any stage of the communication process. The goal of effective communication involves minimizing potential misunderstanding, any barriers to communication at each stage in the communication process. The example given in our visual is the noise. Yan yung potential misunderstanding or barrier to communication. Salamat na lang dahil dito sa ating venue, hindi natin problema yung barrier na yan. Okay? They also seek out feedback. So importanteng part din ng communication process yung feedback from the receiver as to how the message is understood and attempt to correct any misunderstanding or confusion as soon as possible. This part of communication cycle is very important. If you're the receiver, then you may use techniques as clarification and reflection as effective ways to ensure that the message sent has been understood correctly. That is how the effective communication goes. Okay, before I proceed to the next topic, which is the barriers to communication, may I ask you to please participate in our activity. Small, but I hope exciting, activity. Okay. Okay, sorry for that intermission. Okay. May I ask 10 students, okay, volunteer. Pwede bang 5 from girls and 5 from boys? Okay, raise your hand. Those who want to volunteer. Oh, yung MC yata sasali rin. Okay. Punta kayo sa stage. Okay. Meron ng isa. Come on down. Come on up. Ayun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you for your volunteerism. How about the others 5 from girls? Okay, come here. Okay, thank you for those volunteers. May I ask Brother Genesis to help me up, raise me up and help me up. Okay. Okay, ito ang instructions, okay? To your left now. Face to your left now. Okay, doon sa wall na yun. Kayo hanap. Yan. Okay. Alam niyo na ba yung gagawin natin? Wala kayong ideya. Okay, wala rin akong ideya. Kasi yung isang kasama namin ang may ideya. Okay, yung ating sender, okay, si Brother Genesis ang sender ng message. Okay? Kayo ang channel as well as the receiver. Okay? Pag tinap ni ka Genesis ang shoulder mo, okay? Saka ka lang haharap sa kanya. And then gagayahin mo yung anything, okay, na makikita mo kay ka Genesis. Understand? Okay. Then pag tandaan mo na siya, haharap ka na uli doon sa kaharap mong estudyante, then itatap mo rin yung balikat niya. Tapos yung second one, haharap ka rin. Okay? One by one ha, hindi lahat kayo haharap dito. Pag naramdaman nyo na lang na may nagtap sa inyong balikat, saka kayo, okay ba? Okay. Any question sa ating instructions? Ha? Okay na? Okay, let's try one. This one. Okay. Non-verbal communication yan ha. Do not use any words, language. Okay na yan. Sige, pass the message. Okay na? Okay na? Okay, sige. Okay, maiwan lang yung huling receiver. Okay? Thank you for your participation. Thank you. And again, tawagin natin uli yung sender ng message. And we will compare kung the same message yung na-transfer sa'yo. Okay. Okay, sige. At center po. Okay, anong message ang natanggap mo? Isa pa, paulit nga. One. Okay, so, okay, tingnan nga natin kung tama. Please, Ka-Genesis. Oh. Okay. Thank you. Salamat. Thank you. Thank you. So in any way, students, di ba? May mga barriers talaga in communication. Isa-isa natin yan ngayon and we will try to differentiate each one of the barriers. Tsaka tingnan natin kung anong barriers ang nag-apply dun sa ginawa natin kaninang activity. Anyway, thank you nga sa mga volunteers. Thank you. Okay, let's go to barriers in communication. Okay, the barriers to effective communication comes in many ways. Some are much apparent and some are subtle yet significant. These barriers are classified based on their nature, such as physical barriers, psychological barriers, cultural barriers, language barriers, and others. Okay, number one, physical barriers. What about physical barriers? These are any kind of physical or environmental factors that hinder communication from taking place effectively. Take note, physical barriers refers to the environmental factors. Hindi ito yung body natin, yung environmental factors. These are obstacles present in the environment which makes communication difficult task to pursue. And what are some examples of these physical barriers? This includes space, proximity, yan yung size and distance. Okay? The size of the room, okay, yung distance. Narito yung sender, tapos yung kausap niya ay naroon sa kabilang dulo ng NEU building. Okay? Pwede yun. O kaya nasa ibang lugar, nasa ibang bansa. What else? Noise. Okay? Time. Yung time zone. Baka magkaibang oras. Nasa Pilipinas, tapos ang padadala ng message ay nasa New York, sa USA. Okay? If we will ignore these factors, then it can sabotage the value of communication as they affect one's ability to efficiently process and interpret misinformation or information. So, what should we do? Ways to avoid or reduce the barrier. What to do? Number one is use appropriate technological development. Okay? Use novel technological developments. Marami na ngayon yan sa market. Okay? Mga latest technologies na magagamit natin. Halimbawa, Telegram. Okay? Yung Telegram na application Messenger, telephone calls, ayan, yung emails. Helps to a greater extent in reducing the distance in interpersonal communication since it helps in the instant transfer of message. Another thing is always choose a good ambience that perfectly suit the type of meetings, whether it is formal or informal, where there is a lesser crowd, okay, lesser noise, and ventilation. So mas mabuti siguro na pumili ka ng perfect size of the room. Halimbawa, 10 kayong mag-uusap, di ba? Tapos maliit lang yung kwarto. Di ba? Nagagamitin rin yun. Napakasiksikan kayo ron. So, hindi siya conducive. Okay? Magkakaroon ng barrier sa communication. Setting a particular time for the board meetings, okay? Group discussion or feedback session separately can minimize the misinterpretation of the flow of information within the organization. Make sure the reception and help desk are always open and have ease of access of any employee in the office. It helps in immediate communication and aids assistance instantly for a member. Kaya nga sa ating school, di ba? Meron tayong mga help desk officers. Nung nag-online, meron tayong tinatawag na mga virtual offices. Okay? Yun, it could help to minimize the barrier. Number 2, psychological barriers. As what you can read on the screen, when the effectiveness of the communication gets hampered due to psychological states of the sender or the recipient, it can be termed as psychological barriers of communication. Remember this, being human, we always experience various complex feelings and emotion, right? Pag kaya nagtanong ako ngayon, pakitaas nga ang kamay, sino sa atin ang masaya ngayon? Masaya, okay? Meron kayang malungkot? Taas ang kamay. Nag-ano lang ng buhok. Okay? Excited. Sinong mga excited ngayon? Okay? Uninterested. Wala naman. Baka may mga dumadalo dito na suffering from mental depression. Baka may depressed dito. Wala naman siguro. Okay. So, yan yung mga samples of emotions. Depression, stress, mental states, yan, disorders, drowsiness, fatigue, frustration, excitement, boredom, disinterest, even nervousness. These are some of the aspects of psychological states that can act as interference in making communication efficient. Another type of psychological barrier is the defensiveness. Okay? Defensiveness or lack of self-esteem. For example, when a person is defensive, they tend to block out opinions of others and make communication one-way process. Yung communication kasi two-way process yan, di ba? May sender, may receiver, tapos may feedback. Ngayon, pag ang isang tao defensive, di ba? Yung speaker defensive, namimili lang siya kung ano yung gusto niyang marinig, di ba? Nasasabihin ng receiver. So tama nga, di ba? Mabablock yung opinion ng mga receiver, mahihiya na silang mag-express ng kanilang damdamin. Okay? So ways to avoid or reduce the barrier. Ito yun. Make sure being the speaker or the sender of the message and you, the receiver, are mentally prepared for the conversation. So may usapan kayo, magsasagawa kayo ng meeting, okay, sa inyong organization. So both the receiver as well as the speaker, the sender, are prepared for the conversation. Watch out for bodily cues ng receiver. Okay? Try to understand the level of interest and readiness to receive the information. Baka naman pagod na yung kausap mo dahil 3 oras na kayong nagmi-meeting. Ayaw mo pa rin lumubay. Di ba? Ayaw mo pa rin tumigil. It's always good to have an open and honest inquiry about their physical and mental state before you proceed. Okay pa ba kayo? Ayan. Okay? May nagdanad. Okay? Acknowledging the thoughts and ideas of the speaker to make feel them validated. Yung simpleng nodding, tama yon, di ba? Halimbawa, nagtanong yung speaker. Okay? Nakukuha nyo ba? Nasusundan nyo ba yung sinasabi namin? Tumango. So yun, ano? Acknowledging the thoughts and ideas of the speaker. Okay, pwede namang mag-react. That's true, di ba? That's right. Yan. This may help establish interpersonal relationship also and be honest. It's always better to keep quiet while you are angry. Naroon tayo sa psychological barrier. Okay? Anger hinders good counsel. Barriers such as anger can be dealt with by practicing relaxation and techniques such as breathing exercises and grounding techniques. So, tandaan nyo, pag galit ang tao, yan, mahirap, hindi siya makakaintindi. Ano? Magiging mahirap sa kanya para ma-process sa isip niya yung sinasabi ng kanyang kausap. Kaya dapat kung galit, ayan, try to undergo relaxation techniques, okay, breathing exercises. At dahil yan, magbe-breathing exercise tayo. Okay? May all of you please stand up. Pati yung nasa branches po. Yan. Di ba? Medyo nakabawi yung nakaslouch. Okay. Breathing exercises tayo. Okay. I-inhale tayo ng 4 seconds. Ako bibilang 4 seconds. Inhale for 4 seconds and then hold for 8 seconds. After that, exhale again 4 seconds and then hold for 8 seconds. Are you ready? Okay, thank you. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Mukhang hindi nare-relax, ano? Hindi kasi inhale. Yeah. Pati yung kaharap mo, nahigop mo na. Okay? Ulit. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale. Hold. No. May bumagsak na ba? Okay. Thank you. Thank you again. Gawin niyo yan, pagalit kayo. Pagalit lang kayo. Third is the cultural barriers. Okay. I will read the example given. Okay. Jay is an exchange student from India. When he met the people of Canada for the first time, he was thrilled about being in a new country and witnessing a new culture. Although he enjoyed his stay, with time, he found it difficult to get along with people and experienced intense culture shock. He realized that the culture that he came from was far different from what he is experiencing now. Meron kayang ganun dito ngayon? Okay, yung katulad nung naranasan ni Jay, hindi naman po ako Indiano. I'm not from India. Okay? Hindi, halimbawa, yung mga solid probinsyano at probinsyana dyan, okay, na first time na makapunta sa NEU. Meron ba rito? Pakitas lang kamay. Yung mga galing sa province, di ba? Hindi taga Metro Manila. Ayun, meron na, di ba? So, ibig sabihin, halimbawa, kung college kayo ngayon, siguro yung hanggang high school ninyo, nasa probinsya kayo, tapos bigla kayong mapupunta sa isang napakalaking syudad, Metro Manila, tapos narito kayo sa prestigious university, New Era University, di ba? Medyo some sort, magkakaroon ng culture shock. Okay? Doon sa case ni Jay, di ba? May communication barrier na agad at hindi lang, baka nga pati psychological barrier. Diba? Baka ma-meet pa ni Jay sa Canada yung si Karen. Kilala niyo si Karen? Yung kilalang racist. Diba? Si Karen, Yan. When the effectiveness of communication gets affected between people due to differences in the cultural background, this can lead to the cultural barrier. Some cultures may be very formal in their interactions with people, whereas other cultures are much informal. May mga ganyang bansa Okay? Such differences can result in awkward and offensive situation. Often, people hold their or certain beliefs about some cultures. This belief influence interaction with people from different cultures, and this can become a major barrier. The following are examples of different issues related to cultural communication. Ito, tandaan nyo. Number 1 is word connotation. Ano ba yung word connotation? This can be a major problem in cross-cultural communication as one word may mean with two different things in two different cultures. Okay? Halimbawa, sinito dito mga TikTok lovers. TikTok, ito mataas ang kamay. TikTok lovers, di ba? Kasi sa TikTok, okay? Meron doon, alam niyo ba yung yung video na in the Philippines, we don't say, what did you say? Alam niyo yan? Hindi niya alam? Okay, sabihin ko na lang. Okay. In the Philippines, we don't say, what did you say? Or, excuse me? Or, I didn't get that. In the Philippines, we say, ha? Ganun kasimple yun, di ba? Okay. Yan, mga word connotation and semantic. Okay? Translating words from language to another, the meaning might slightly differ or it might be viewed from a different light. May example din ako dyan. Nabasa ko napanood ko sa YouTube. Nag-usap yung dalawang comedian. Okay? Nagpapabidahan kung sinong matalino. Okay, matalino raw yung isa. Okay, sige, kung matalino ka, ang tanong niya, what is your favorite subject? Ang sagot nung isa, science. Okay? O sige, kung talagang magaling ka sa science, what are the branches of science? Natatawa na tuloy ako. What are the branches of science? Sige nga, meron ba ritong makakasagot? What are the branches of science? Give me 1, 2, or 3. Okay? Wala. Okay. Kaya tanong ng isa, bakit? May branches ba science? Wala naman eh. Okay? Hindi ka magaling sa science kasi hindi mo alam yung branches ng science. So, siya na mismo sumagot. The branches of science could be anatomy, chemistry, okay, marami. Okay? Nagtaka yung kausap niya. Branches pala yun. Diba? Hindi ko pa napupuntahan yung branch na yun. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, yung branch, iba ang meaning sa kausap niya. Okay? Yun ang tinatawag na semantic. Okay? Translating the words from one language to another, pero nagkaroon ng ibang meaning. Tone differences. Some cultures adopt a formal way of addressing people and other cultures use an informal tone of language. In other cultures, the tone differs based on the context. Hence, using an inappropriate tone of language may be embarrassing and even offensive. Dito sa Pilipinas, may ganyan din regional differences. Meron ba ritong mga Ilonggo? Ilonggo. Pakitas ng kamay. Meron? Baka may mga Ilonggo. Bisaya. Meron bang mga Bisaya dito? Ayon, Bisaya. Di ba? Ang connotation natin pag Ilonggo, pag sila'y nagsalita, ayan malambing. Di ba? Kahit na galit, hindi mo pa rin maramdam na galit kasi malambing silang magsalita yung mga Ilonggo. Whereas, yung mga Bisaya, kahit sila masaya, parang galit. Parang ganon. So, yung tone of voice, yun, yung sinasabing tone of voice. Now, ways to avoid, reduce the barrier nasa cultural language, cultural barriers pa po ako. Ay, pakibalik po nung Ayan. Yung what to do. Next slide. Ayan. Okay, thank you. Gaining an intercultural awareness, okay, is an inevitably quality. Since this awareness prevents you from offensive acts or violating public rules. Siguro, ang isa sa magandang mangyari para magkaroon ka ng awareness in intercultural, siguro mag-research ka, di ba? Doon sa culture ng magiging kausap mo. Okay? Kung taga Pilipinas siya, saan siyang region, okay? Kung taga ibang bansa siya, Okay, anong bansa, anong culture meron sila. Using hand gestures and actions, sign language can come in great help of mental misunderstanding between foreigners who do not speak the same language as you. Baka nga mas mabuti pang, di ba? Dagdagan mo ng non-verbal, okay? Yung sign language na lang kaysa salitain mo pa siya. Next is be empathic. Yan, be empathic to the person on the other side on account of their cultural differences, educational background, and ethnicity. Alam niyo naman yung empathic, di ba? Next is language barrier. Yan. Have you ever spoken to a foreigner? Ayan, dun sa ating visual. Have you ever spoken to meow meow? Okay, to woof woof? Yeah. Ibig sabihin, have you ever spoken with the one who doesn't speak your language? Okay. Filipino, English, nakakaintindi tayo. Paano kung ang kaharap mo ay friend speaking, di ba? Okay, Spanish speaking. So hindi na, halimbawa, kung hindi naman natin alam yung ganong language. So, due to varying factors such as literacy rate, age, ethnic background, etc., the proficiency of language might differ from one person to another. And this can act as a linguistic barrier to the smooth flow of communication. Language is considered the ultimate resource of communication. Si Joe Biden, kailan niyo ba si Joe Biden? Diba? Yan, a victim of a speech impediment. He had severe stuttering as a child and went through years of bullying until he decided to help himself and get over it once and for all. Okay? Yung mga language barrier, dito meron din eh. Ba? Nakarating na ba kayo sa Unlad Bakery? Marinel, Miss Marinel, di ba? Yung kasing nagtitinda ron na isa siyang mute and deaf, di ba? Okay. So, paano kaya sa sign language ang bibili? Ayan, si Miss Marinel, alam na alam yan kasi suki siya roon. Okay? And take note, hindi si marunong si Ka Marinel ng sign language. Pero, nakuha niya ang pangalan ng ating kapatid na yon. Ano pangalan, Ka Marinel? Ayun, si Ka Joffrey. Ayun, baka kilala niyo, no? Yung mga mahihilig bumili dyan ng donut. Skim milk with donut. Okay? Skim milk with donut. Di ba, Ma'am Fel? Okay. Ways to avoid or reduce the barrier. Okay. Limit the usage of complicated words and technical terms. Jargon can make comprehension difficult. Avoid ambiguity or verbosity for simple, precise, and clear written and oral communication, lalo na sa mga nasa print organization, ano? Baka meron ditong dumadalo na, di ba? Ang organization nyo ay about printing, posting ng mga posters, no? Sabi nga ay less words, less mistake. Another is incorporating relevant body language such as hand movements can be helpful. Baka nga mas magiging malinaw pa kung sasamahan mo ng body language yung sinasabi mo. Using visual methods of communication can fulfill the purpose. Another way to avoid is to reduce the barrier is apps like language learning and translators. Again, marami na rin sa market niyan translator application. So pwede mo nang gamitin yan. It could help you a lot in the situation of being a remote worker and a traveler. Next barrier is the technological barriers. Although technology has made communication much easier, there are also newly emerging issues that must be addressed, such as outdated technology system, lack of proper network connection, issues with the device, etc., and other secondary issues such as computer viruses, a packed inbox, emails being served in outboxes rather than getting sent. These issues may become to interrupt the way of having effective communication. So ito naman, in a world of technology, okay, lalo na sa school natin, marami tayong ginagamit na mga devices. We are also using internet connections. Okay, kung minsan nagiging hindrance yan for effective communication, na wala ang internet. Paano mo i-send yung iyong activity sa Noodle. Di ba? O, ganun yun. Mag-react na yung teacher. Oh, magpasa na kayo. Di ba? Wala po. Low. Di ba? O no speed connection. Okay? So, how to avoid or reduce that barrier? Number one is updating the system. Baka naman kaya hindi ka makakonect ng maayos, intervals of updating systems, installing tools and accessories such as antivirus to maintain a good condition of the device. Adapting new digital communication software, yung Zoom. Ewan ko kung may nasa Zoom ngayon. Okay? YT, Meet, Gmeet, yan, mga kilala natin yan, or Team, to effectively streamline engagement. Provide proper training about the software installation, equipment handling, and machinery operation to the employees must be made mandatory. So sana, hindi lang tayo ang, pwede po paki-update. Diba? Tayo rin, magkaroon ng knowledge in doing that. Okay? As schools and university have shifted to online mode of training. Although tayo ay face-to-face na ngayon, pero meron pa ring iba na online education. Mode of learning. Along with comes to the issue of technical issues such as lack of proper connection, video and audio issues, software malfunction, etc., and others issues like lack of knowledge about software operation. These issues can be handled by conducting formal seminars. Marami naman yan sa internet, na mapapanood natin. YouTube lang ang katapat niyan, sabi nga. Okay? Another barrier is personal barrier. Personal barriers to communication are personal characteristics. Okay? Refer to personal characteristics as that deter communication from effectively. Personal characteristics involve personality, social style, level of confidence, clothing, emotion, lack of knowledge, etc. Some personality types are more likely to be expressive about their thoughts and opinions in comparison to other types of personality. For example, di ba? Ito, obvious naman mas alam na rin natin to. Merong talagang mga taong extrovert, di ba? Meaning, socially siya, okay? Sociable and talk about their inner thoughts without reluctance. And on another hand, may mga taong introverts, preferring keeping their thoughts to themselves rather than bringing them to light. So, may mga ganyan tao, yung personality. Pag extrovert, so ano yan? Expressive yung mga yan, unlike the introvert. Another personal barrier would be lack of confidence. A person with low confidence would experience hesitation in expressing his views, believing that he would be mocked or ridiculed, and this is so hampers the communication. So, students, siguro may mga ganyan sa mga kaklase nyo, di ba? Lack of confidence. Pag nag-recitation, hindi makapagtaas ng kamay. Bagamat kahit alam niya yung sagot. Kasi natatakot siya na baka siya ma-judge. Magkamali. Diba? Pagtawanan siya. Clothing could be another factor that could turn out to be a clincher or a deal breaker. Hence, clothing in such a way that is irrelevant to the situation could act as a barrier to communication. Pati pala clothing, acts as a communication barrier. Sipin nyo, magsasalita ka lang, di ba? Sa isang agenda, meeting, caucus, di ba? Pero yung OOTD mo, di ba? Dress to kill. Diba? Hindi siya appropriate dun sa event na mangyayari. Okay? So, ways to avoid, what to do. Okay. Master the art of listening empathically. Meron mga available seminar, webinars, okay, regarding on how to listen effectively. Okay? This time is empathically. So, pwede nyong gawin yon, mag-aral kayo. Anyway, yung guidance and counseling office, may mga binibigay na services regarding on lecture. Okay, may mga ganyan, may mga pamphlet po doon. Baka may makita kayo regarding on how to listen effectively. Okay, pwede rin kayo pumunta sa guidance office, para magtanong kayo sa inyong mga guidance counselors. Turuan kayo regarding on that. Okay, learn to keep your emotion under control. Okay. Be mindful, sabi nga. Okay? Upscale yourself by gaining knowledge about the recent trends in different fields. Ayun, ganun din yun. Mag-attend kayo ng iba't ibang seminar, lectures na regarding on self. Okay? Self-help. Improve your vocabulary, confidence, sense of clothing, and personality to feel competent. Sa mga kaharap naming senior high school, di ba, meron kayong subject na personal development. Okay? Last one is the psychological barriers. Okay, huli na ito, last sa barrier. Psychological barriers occur when information cannot be passed successfully due to physical condition of the sender. The physical condition includes loss of eyesight, mental illnesses, physical illnesses, hearing, and speaking impairment. Even the learning disabilities like dyslexia, loss of memory, excessive fatigue, and tiredness. This condition may make communication difficult to process. Kilala niyo ba si Stephen Hawking? Oh, pero hindi na tinutukoy ko. Magkatanog lang. Stephen Hawking. Okay? May disability itong taong to called amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. Pero patay na siya. You may search that on the internet. This condition also affected his ability to speak. Okay? Yet, he managed to accomplish such astounding feats of discovery about universe. Okay, isa pang halimbawa, si Louis Braille. Braille or Braille? Na nag-invent ng Braille system. Di ba? Yung butas-butas, binubutas yung papel para maisulat yung kanyang message. Yan, si Louis Braille. Lost his eyesight at a very early age. He invented reading and writing system for those with visual impairment. His invention has been the sole cause of many literature with visual impairment. Now, ways to avoid or reduce the barrier. Number one is, it is essential to be considerate of a person struggling with such physical condition. Be considerate. Okay? Intindihin natin yung ganong mga tao na may mga physical conditions. Based on the condition of the receiver, devise a strategy to ensure information sent and received successfully. Katulad nga ni Louis, di ba? Nag-invent siya ng ganong klaseng system of writing. Para siya man, di ba, ma-solve niya yung problem niya regarding on sight, impairment. Couple your verbal information with other mediums to make comprehension easy on their part. Baka kailangan palakihin mo yung font size, di ba? Pag nagpe-present ka. Di ba? People with impairments can handle difficult situation by using assistance of technology. Okay? There are many features available in the smartphone such as voice detection, Google Assistant. Okay? Si Siri, Alexa, please turn off the light. Diba? May mga ganyan. Mamaya, Miss Marinel, try natin yung voice command, Baka sa U-Haul ay may voice command na, Alexa, please turn on the light. Okay? Okay. Many applications that are designed to help people with impairment. Next is emphasize your information and repeat them if necessary. Okay. Next slide po. Kung mapapansin nyo, as we go along with the discussion in the barriers, meron na kaming tinatackle regarding on good human relation. Okay? But role of communication in our interpersonal relationship, communication is said to be the basis of every interpersonal relationship. In fact, effective communication is the key to a healthy and long-lasting relationship. If individuals do not communicate with each other effectively, problems are bound to come. Communication plays a pivotal role in reducing misunderstanding and eventually strengthen the bonds among individuals. Kailangan natin na hindi lang tayo effective communicator, okay? Dapat din consider natin yung human relation. Next slide po. Tips on how to improve communication for human relations. Take care of your tone and pitch as well. Okay? Baka laging na napakataas ng pitch mo. Di ba? Parang ang dating ay laging may sunog. Laging gulantang yung kausap mo. Okay? So, yung tone of pitch, depende doon sa klase ng pinag-uusapan ninyo. O baka naman laging napakababa ng tone ng voice mo. Diba? Na kinakailangan ng bigyang diin yung sinasabi mo, pero wala rin. Kaya hindi rin nakarating yung message mo effectively to the receiver. Okay? Make sure you are not too loud or too soft. Being loud may hurt the other persons. Speaking softly in a convincing way. The other person must be able to understand what you intend to communicate. Another thing, words is important in relationship. Think twice before you speak. Remember, one wrong word can change the meaning of the entire conversation. Other person might misinterpret you and spoil the relationship. Be crisp. Express your feelings clearly. Do not try to confuse other person. Being straightforward helps you in relationship. Be polite. Never on your colleague, classmates, even if he has done something wrong. Discuss issue, sort out your differences amicably. Abusing, fighting, criticizing spoil the relationship, and in adverse cases might end it being rude is a crime in a relationship. Last one is to try to understand other person's point of view as well. Be a patient listener. Okay, binanggitan namin kanina yan. Unless you listen carefully, you will never be able to communicate effectively. And before I end this topic, okay, mag-iwan kami ng ilang talata sa inyo mula sa Biblia na maging gabay natin tungkol sa ating mga pinag-usapan ngayon. Okay? Last slide na po siya. Okay lang. Pakitingin nga po pala slide na. Okay lang. Ayan. Ayan. Mula sa Kawikaan 15:23, ang matalinong pangungusap ay nagdudulot ng kasiyahan at ang salitang angkop sa pagkakataon may dulot na pakinabang. Yung isa pa po ay nasa Santiago 1:19 at 20. Mga kapatid kong minamahal, unawain niyo ito, maging alisto kayo sa pakikinig, dahan-dahan sa pagsasalita, at huwag agad magagalit. Dahil ang galit ay hindi makatutulong upang ang tao'y maging kalugod-lugod sa paningin ng Diyos. Ayun, sana maging gabay natin yan sa ating pakikipagkapwa, tao, using effective communication. Sabi nga sa topic ay for human relation. Okay? Thank you so much for your listening.
Yun, maraming salamat po, Brother Cesar. Wow, what an inspirational, informative, and enlightening talk.
So, ang dami ko talaga natutunan about kay Brother Cesar.
Yes.
About sa ating pakikipag-usap sa ating mga kasama or kaibigan na walang sender kung wala ring receiver. Kaya we offer an ending thank you to Brother Cesar Owamandi for sharing your knowledge with us. So, ikaw, partner, paano naman yung mga tutunan mo about sa topic natin kanina?
Ako, partner, syempre, basically, yung psychology barrier, syempre. We have to prepare the conversation, lalo na sa mga nakakasalamuha o yung mga nakikita natin sa araw-araw. Syempre, depend nga, tulad po sabi ni Brother Cesar. At syempre, makatulong din ito para makapag-unawa din tayo sa ating mga nakakasalamuha sa araw-araw. At yun lamang po. For sure, madami din na nabaong kaalaman ang ating mga audiences na madadala nila sa oras na humakbang. Sila palabas ng kwartong ito at harapin ang kanya-kanya nilang buhay.
Kaya hinga muna tayo sa ating mga live challenges at mga seryosong usapan. Kaya i-showcase muna natin ang isa sa mga talented na student ng ating pamantasan.
To enchant us with her God's gift talent, here is Elika Sebreiros to sing us the God, My Heart.
You've been there since the beginning. You have loved me from the start. You were always there to teach and guide my heart. As the world spins on around me, I choose which path to take. You always show me, Lord, which steps to make. Lord, please hear my prayer. Light my way as I walk to forever. Hold my hand, Lord, through the night. Guide me through the dark and help me shine bright. Hold my hand, Lord, and keep my feet on the ground. From you I'll never part. Whatever comes my way, I'll pray. Please guide my heart. If I face more pain and sorrow and tread the path unknown, I'll have no fear, 'cause you will lead me home. The clouds may hide the rainbow, but like waves that flow ashore, your always showed me blessings overflow. Lord, please hear my prayer. Light my way as I walk to forever. Hold my hand, Lord, through the night. Guide me through the dark and help me shine bright. Hold my hand, Lord, and keep my feet on the ground. From you I'll never part. Whatever comes my way, I'll pray. Hold my hand, Lord, through the night. Guide me through the dark and help me shine bright. Hold my hand, Lord, my feet on the ground. I'll never part. Whatever comes my way, I'll pray. heart.
Galing naman talaga ng mga estudyante sa NEU. Pero, alam mo, partner, kaya ko din yun eh.
Talaga, sige nga, sample naman dyan. Mukhang nabitin ng ating mga audiences.
Siyempre, joke lang. Kidding aside, maraming salamat po, Ate Elaika.
Moving on to our program, we prepared an activity to somehow help you, our beloved audiences, to calm your mind and body.
For our activity for today, let us listen carefully to the one of the counselors of Guidance and Counseling Center, Miss Marinelle R. Aniciente, the facilitator for our breathing exercises.
activity called mindful breathing. Before we start, I will count up to 10. While I am counting, look for a nice and soothing spot in your place where you may sit comfortably. Before we start, I will count up to 10. While I am counting, spot in your place where you may sit comfortably. 1, 2, 3.
Recording stopped. Recording in progress.
Inhale, exhale. Continue breathing slowly. Bring your awareness to the touch of your body on your seat. Feel the weight of your body on your chair or cushion. Is it hard or is it soft? Sit up with your back straight. Now, lean slightly forward, back to the center. Lean slightly backwards and back to the center. Lean to your left, to the center, and to your right. Find your comfortable balance as you go back to your center. You are now sitting up straight. Feel your head on the top of your neck. Find your posture where your back, head, neck, and shoulders are most comfortable. Relax. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Continue breathing slowly. While breathing, focus your attention to the muscles in your face. Relax the muscles in your face. Feel your muscles getting relaxed from the muscles in your face down to your neck and down to your shoulders. Feel the tension going away as your shoulders starts to relax. Your shoulders relax. Muscles in your arms and in your hands are now starting to relax too. Now, focus your awareness to your stomach. Feel the muscles in your stomach starting to get relaxed down to your legs and to your feet. Imagine all the tension in your body slowly and gently getting away. Take away all the tension in your body. Now, bring back your attention to your breath. Where do you feel it the most? Is it in your nose or in your stomach? Do you feel your breath in the rise and fall of your chest? Just notice where you feel it the most and allow your breathing to be natural and relaxed. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Notice what your breath feels like as it enters through your nose. Do you feel the cold air coming in and going down your throat? Do you feel the air filling your lungs? Do you feel the air from your lungs going back out through your nose? Continue breathing slowly. Notice your chest rise and fall every time you inhale and exhale, and allow your breathing to be natural and relaxed. Breathe in, breathe out. When your mind wanders or becomes distracted, just notice what is going on in your head and then gently bring your attention back to your breath, going in and out. Now, gently bring your attention to the touch of your body to your seat. I will count from 1 up to 10. When my counting reaches 10, you will slowly open your eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Open your eyes.
And ayun, to the Zoom meeting and YouTube Live, can you raise hand po kung okay pa po ba kayo? Gising na po ba ang lahat? Dito po sa audiences, gising pa po ba kayo lahat?
Tulog na kayo, ha?
Yun, okay pa po sila. To the audiences, thank you very much po for all of your active participation. Thumbs up po sa inyong lahat.
Pero alam mo, partner, medyo nalulungkot ako.
Ha, bakit naman? Alam mo, don't worry. After this, let's have a caring conversation.
Aba, naitito pa yun, ha? Pero yun na nga, malapit na itong matapos ng event, kaya nalulungkot lang ako.
Indeed, this event has almost come to an end. Pero hindi naman dito natatapos ang lahat. We will grab this opportunity para maanyayahan kayo na makadalo ulit sa mga lecture activity sa mga susunod na araw.
Ayun, attend po tayo dyan. My mind is filled with knowledge and my heart is calm for it. Ilang beses na namin itong sinabi. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat, sa ating mga game na audience, and mostly to Brother Cesar O. Amandi and Miss Marinel Aniciente.
Moving along, it's time for the awarding of certificate. May we please call on Brother Isaias B. Reyes II, the Dean of College of Arts and Sciences. And we want to recognize the hard work and efforts of those involved in the success of this program. Our sensories, thanks to the Psychology Society and Psychology Review Group with the Office of the Student Affairs, Guidance Center, and the Health Services Department, as also recognize our beloved College of Arts and Sciences, faculty and staff.
We also extend our gratitude to the Information Office, Multimedia Office, our Board of Trustees, to our branch directors, especially to our beloved University President, Dr. Nilo S. Rosas, and mostly importantly, to our beloved Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo.
But above all, we would like to thank our Almighty God for His endless love and support. All of this are for the honor and glory of our Lord God, and upholding the New Era University service to the humanity. Maraming salamat po.
With this humble request, Brother Joffrey Garcia for our closing prayer.
Sige po, nanalangin ako tayo. Tumayo po kayo. Salamat po ng napakarami sa iyo sapagkat sinamahan mo po kami sa ginawa po naming mga aktibidad. Pinupuri po namin ang iyong napakadakilang pangalan. Loobin mo po na ang mga kasanayan, mga kaalaman na natutunan, lalo na ng mga mag-aaral, ay lubos po nilang pakinabangan, maging gabay po nila sa kanilang ginagawang pag-aaral at maging sa kanilang pakikisalamuha sa kanilang kapwa. Patuloy mo rin pong basbasan ang lahat ng mga nanguna, mga nangasiwa sa aktibidad na ito sa pangunguna po ng mga tagapagturo, mga kawani at ng mga mag-aaral. Loobin mo po na makatuwang pa po sila sa ganitong mga gampanin na totoong pakikinabangan po ng bawat isa sa amin. Pakibasbasan mo po ang pamantasang ito ng iyong banal na iglesia at pakiugnay po kaming matibay sa amin pong tagapamahalang pangkalahatan. Magalang po namin, hinihiling ang lahat, Ama, sa pangalan po ng iyong anak, ang aming Panginoong Jesus. Amen.
Once again, we thank you for all being here today. We hope you enjoyed and we hope to see you again at the following events and competitions of this year's Mental Health Awareness Month. Step into the spotlight, embracing oneself and the inevitable changes in life. This includes our lecture activity, but to our attendance in via Zoom and sa University Hall, wag po muna tayo magli-leave para sa photo capturing and sa ating documentation po.
And also don't forget to fill out attendance and evaluation form in our chat box and on your screen.
We have been your host for today. I'm Stanley.
And I am Tristan Waiduag.
Stay safe.
Have a great day ahead po.
Thank you po.
Recording stopped.